Hey everybody, it's Elijah. I wanted to come to you with a important video, and it's important because I was asked a interesting question the other day on TikTok through the private messages here, and it kind of left me dumbfounded a little bit. So a few days ago, I was talking about how we're going to be auditioning folks for Fourth Coast Killer. Maybe you remember that, maybe you don't, okay? But I was telling people that in January, public auditions will start for that film, and at that point, all I need from you is just your name if you want to be auditioned. Doesn't matter about acting experience. Doesn't matter about where you live, in correlation with where we're doing the production here in upstate New York. All I need is to know, are you interested? Because if you are, we'll audition you. And if you are what we're looking for, we'll move heaven and earth to get you here to make sure that you can be a part of this thing. Well, after I posted that video, I had someone reach out to me and say, how much does it cost to audition? And that question kind of left me dumbfounded because I have heard other independent filmmakers charging people to audition, but I have personally never done that, nor will I ever do that, because I kind of feel like that is a little bit of a scam, to be honest with you. That's kind of how I feel about it. I feel like it's a way to dupe people or prey on people who are just trying to, look for opportunities to showcase their talent. And I've debated about whether or not to make this video because I don't normally talk about how to audition or what project should you consider, because I don't go out and audition. I just make my own films. I'm very happy doing that. And where I get my most joy is providing people opportunities to be in those films and see themselves up on the big screen or see themselves on a streaming service or what have you. Like, I get a lot of joy out of that. And so I don't normally talk about, what project should you consider, but I just wanted to throw this out there because I hate people being taken advantage of. And if I can do anything to stop one person from being taken advantage of, then I've done my job, in my opinion. And so as I was thinking about what to say in this video, I thought, why would somebody charge you to audition? And I've come up with 3 reasons why. None of them are good. I'm not advocating for that. Again, I will never charge anybody to audition for one of my films, but here are the 3 reasons that I thought of as to why somebody might be trying to charge you to audition for their film if you're looking to get into the independent ranks, okay? Number 1, they have this false sense of if they charge for an audition and you pay to audition, it might mean you might care about their film more than somebody who didn't have to. It's a flawed way of thinking, and again, I don't agree with it, but that is reason number 1 I could think of is, well, if they got money invested, then they're going to take it more seriously. They'll actually show up. Because in the independent ranks, you do have issues of people who agree to do a project, then back out, or worse, they act like they're a part of it the entire time and then drop out on you at the very last moment, leaving you kind of scrambling to find somebody. So, oh, well, if I make them pay for it, then they'll take it more seriously. There you go, okay? Again, I don't agree with that way of thinking, but that is a thought that came to my mind as to why somebody might charge you to audition, okay? Reason number 2, they don't have a budget, and they're trying to get a budget, okay? If you think about it like this, if an independent filmmaker gets 30 people to audition at $100 a piece, that's, I think, $3,000. That's a hell of a budget for a short film or whatever else. Still, don't agree to do it, okay? I don't agree with doing that. But there are some filmmakers out there who will do that because they view it as a way to raise money for their project, and they're under no obligation to cast any of those people anyway. And even if they do, they still got your money regardless, right? So that's another reason why they might do it. Again, I don't agree with it, all right? For me, how I fund my films is I go out and I get a loan. I get a small loan from my credit union, or I do different fundraisers or things like that, or I put my own money into it from, working at the radio station, different things like that. That's what I do, okay? Or I try to get friends who, want to be credited as a producer, and, they give me a certain amount of money and I give them perks, at the end of the production, okay? But there's other ways to do it outside of just charging people to audition, which, again, I don't agree with. And then the third way, and this is unfortunate, but it's true, there's a lot of people out there who will prey on folks who want to be involved in movies, okay? Maybe it's always been a dream of theirs to be in a film. Well, if I can prey on that person, get their money, and then claim something bad happened and now we can't film the movie, well, hey, it doesn't matter, I got their money, right? That's how a scumbag thinks. I don't do that stuff, okay? I don't do that stuff, but some of them do. Some of them will put up like a fake production. They'll say, well, look at this poster that we made from Canva, because it's really easy to do that nowadays. Or they'll say, look at my IMDb page. And even though it's, yeah, you made an IMDb page, but it's not for a film you're ever actually going to produce, okay? There's a lot of scammers out there, which makes it very unfortunate. But again, I debated on whether or not to do this video, but I felt like, you know, if I can help somebody out there, I should. And so that's why I'm doing this. So if you have folks in your life who are, you know, looking at getting into acting on the independent level, trying to, you know, put a foot in the game, so to speak, please share this video with them. I would greatly appreciate that. If you are somebody who unfortunately has gotten scammed before, please, you know, if you don't mind, tell your story so that we can help make sure this doesn't happen to other people. And again, as far as my studio is concerned, with Fourth Coast Killer, it costs nothing, $0 for you to audition for my film. If you're interested in being in the slasher film we're making, again, January, we're going to start doing auditions. Just let me know. Send me a message here on TikTok or on YouTube or Facebook or wherever. Okay, let me know that you want to be a part of it. I'll write your name down on my list, and then when January comes around, we'll do the auditions via Zoom. Okay, but again, thank you so much for supporting me. I really appreciate it. I know my team appreciates it as well, and I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, what we can do with this slasher film, and also Captain Corpse, because we just released a new trailer for that. You should be able to find that on my TikTok and YouTube and Facebook. For all that, it's always fun trying to post one thing 7 places at the same time, because I don't do the whole automation stuff. I actually individually do it. But anyway, thank you for your time. I've taken way too much of it, but again, let's make sure people don't get scammed. It shouldn't cost you anything to audition for an independent film, and if it does, take a really, really hard look at it and maybe run the other direction. All right, love y'all. See y'all soon.